Hey guys, this is DATOHLEONG, and since you guys enjoyed my previous comparison video where I compared the laning phase of an Immortal duo playing against an Ancient and Divine, here's another one with a different twist. In this video, I'll be comparing the different decisions that an Immortal player and a Divine player make on the carry role. This hero that both players will be playing is going to be the Drow Ranger. Drow might look like a very simple hero, but I assure you that it is not an easy hero to play, and you will see the huge difference in impact and decision making that both players made that will result in different win conditions. The game will start out very differently for both players, and on the Divine side, it is pretty much a passive lane where trading or farm happens. Despite being a ranged hero with an AWP skill, the Divine player isn't really applying any pressure on the clock and is willing to trade farm with the clockwork. On the Immortal side, we are planning to zone the enemy straight up from level 1 to prevent them from coming close to the first creep wave, completely underestimating the power of Blood Rite, and the slight miscalculation led to my death, which shows that Immortal players do make mistakes too. Dota 2 is a game of mistakes, but right after the death, I purchased a ward to prevent the side hooks from happening again. Switching back, the Radiant did manage to pull the side camp, and the Shadow Shaman is trading one-on-one with the Pudge. The Divine Drow went for the last hits instead of assisting the Shaman, which almost cost them a kill and a Shaman's life. Meanwhile, the side camp pull are also happening on my side, and I'm about to hit level 2. Bloodseeker is way out of position, so I'm going to apply huge pressure together with my support, completely ignoring the wave and secure the kill. Now my Wyvern is getting slowed by a Pudge, so I'll try my best to get him out alive. Yes, we did lose a few creeps to the neutral camps, but we secured a kill on the offlaner without any deaths. In the meantime, pulls continue to happen, but the Divine Drow decided to put level 2 in multi-shot instead of Frost Arrow. The difference between level 1 and level 2 Frost Arrow is double the damage and double the slow, so there is definitely more value in that spell at level 3 because both enemy heroes are melee. The Divine player then went on to cast multi-shot for no reason and end up losing a potential kill. If the Divine player skilled Frost Arrow at level 2, then kite the enemy, then use multi-shot to secure vision when clock entered the fog of war, you will definitely stand a chance to kill the clock. Now I'm level 3, I skilled Frost Arrow level 2 and began kiting the melee heroes, and you will see the significant difference in movement speed compared to the Divine side. Because the Bloodseeker is so focused on getting the creeps, I'm going to be applying more pressure on him as he goes for the last hit. Because we are playing against two melee heroes, we are able to kite and eventually kill both of them. During that interval, the Divine player's support is getting gone on, and there is no effort whatsoever to assist the Shaman by slowing the clock down, and he's just allowing the Shaman to get run over by two heroes. Soon it is night time, and I've started auto-attacking creeps so we can contest the bounty runes. As my support went for the rune, I continuously slowed the Bloodseeker so my support have an easier time. Unfortunately, Pudge managed to hook the rune. On the other hand, the Divine Drow has no vision even when night falls. The Divine player also opted to go for Magic Wand instead of a boost of speed against clock. Pudge misses the hook and Shaman sees an opening to go for the kill, while Drow makes no effort in harassing the clock or even attempting to slow him so that he doesn't get near the Shaman. When the Shaman revived and went back to the lane, he then got dived again behind the tower, and the Divine Drow still makes no effort in assisting the Shaman. It is always important to help your supports because if you don't, you will find yourself playing a 1v2 lane. Concurrently, I'm consistently making an effort to play together with my support to zone the enemy out of lane. Due to our aggression, the lane will soon end up in a 4v4 situation, and even though we got a lot of kills from this lane, I eventually died because I miscalculated one hit. The Shaman player soon realized that it is extremely dangerous for a Drow to be farming without any vision, especially against a Patch and a Clockwork, so he handed some wards to the Drow. Instead of planting the wards from the fog, the Divine player walks out of tower range to get deeper vision, which is extremely risky and ambitious. The Radiant then spotted the Drow and attempted to go on him. Luckily, the Shaman is around to help out, but instead of turning around to slow the melee hero, the Drow completely abandoned his support once again and walked back to base, TP back and died. Despite having the favorable matchup and hitting level 6 before his opponent, the Divine player did not make use of it and allowed the Radiant to run them over. Simultaneously, I realized that there are just too many heroes on the bottom lane, and since everyone except for Terrorblade TP'd bottom, top is a free lane, so I'll TP there to pressure the tower. I also brought a ward with me so I have some vision while I pressure the lane. Even when I'm hitting creeps, I'm constantly paying attention to the minimap to know what's going on, and since I've spotted a fight going on, I'm going to commit on the Terrorblade, knowing that there will not be any TPs coming in. The Bloodseeker then TP in to defend the tower. If there were to be another TP coming in, it is going to take a longer time to TP since the Bloodseeker already TP'd in, so I'm going to pressure and hopefully kill him. Unfortunately, I got hooked once again. If not, the TP duration would have been perfectly calculated. The Divine Drow finally respawn, farm some jungle creeps and TP back to the top lane once again without any vision or teammates around. I'm honestly getting really tired of watching him TP back to the dead lane, but let's just see what he does. Clock was spotted TPing away, so he proceeded to pressure the safe lane tower, which is the best move he can make right now. The fortification has been used and the Clock was spotted on the minimap moving towards the top lane. The Divine player doesn't seem to be aware of the rotation despite having the vision and died without achieving anything on the safe lane. Now it's my turn to respawn and decide where to go. As you can see, I'm looking around the map for information. I know that Bloodseeker TP top and died, Patch TP top and died, Kunkka is missing on the map and Terrorblade is bottom. If I were to TP to any lanes right now, I might die to a smoke gang when the enemy respawn, but I'm certain that I want to end up on the top lane to take that tower. Therefore, I'll be slowly farming my way to the top lane while waiting for the enemy to show on the map. Mr. B has respawned and realized that the map is now so constrained that there is nowhere to go, so he proceeds to farm the jungle. You should always look for a lane to pressure and play when you're playing on the core roles, because if everyone were to end up in the jungle, you're eventually going to run out of map to farm. The Divine player now spotted a fight happening and wants to help out. However, his camera positioning is so badly placed that he's not aware of the things that is happening in this fight. Once the Phoenix died, he realized that he's in a 1v5 situation, but it is too late to run and he died once again. As I eventually reached the top lane, I spotted my teammates getting hooked and beaten by a Patch, and I'm just in time for the team fight. As you can see, my camera clearly sees every single hero in the fight, which makes it really easy to decide whom to help and whom to go on first. I start by slowing multiple enemy heroes to help my Wyvern get away. Rubik is hitting the egg, Kunkka uses boat in my direction, and Wyvern is getting chased by Patch. So now I have to dodge the boat, kill the Rubik, then help my Wyvern. Because my camera sees everything in this fight, it is very easy to decide what to do in a team fight. Mastering the camera movement is more important and underrated than you think, and you should definitely practice this if you're looking to improve. The Divine Drow is now back to the jungle, and because there is just no map control at all, the enemy manages to find him once again, so let's just move on. After winning the top team fight and taking the top tower, the map on the top lane is completely free to farm. Then I make the call to take down the tier 2 top tower before the 20 minute mark, which we did, secured the outpost and play together with my supports. Every farm, fight and push onwards are going to be played closely with my supports, so I do not die unnecessarily. I hope that you see the difference in playstyle in the Divine and an Immortal player and learn something from this video. You should always help your supports that are within your reach so you have a teammate to play with. You should always secure the map and find space for yourself, especially when you are a carry. Finally, you should position your camera well for the team fight so you are aware of your surroundings, and trust me, you will make better decisions doing that. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you enjoyed or learned something from this video, do hit the like, share, subscribe and turn on the notification, and I'll see you in the next video.